Hi friends, it's time for math. So today we are going to be working on some fact practice. We have been working a lot on addition and subtraction in different ways and strategies to build numbers or take numbers apart when we're subtracting and find the answer. In addition, we find the sum, and in subtraction, we find the difference. So hopefully already this morning you have watched the Jack Hartman video on addition and subtraction to help remind your mind all of those addition and subtraction problems and strategies that we have been learning. So sometimes when we're at home, it gets a little tricky because at school we have counters and we have cubes that we can help and so that we can see what numbers we're building. But when we're at home, sometimes we don't have all of those supplies, but there are some cool things we can use instead. First, we can draw it out. Do you see what I have here on my board? I have two 10 frames. Could you draw a 10 frame at home? I bet you could. I bet that's a way that you could creatively think of a way to answer some problems and draw it out. Do you want to know something else that you could find? You could find some different tools around your house. Maybe you would use your shoe to help you count. Maybe if you wanted to add all your shoes up together, those could be like your counters. You could collect your shoes, or maybe you could use forks or something from the kitchen. Would that be silly? Today, Miss Blaine's going to use erasers that she found around the classroom. So when we get there in a second, I'm going to tell you to pause the video, find a tool, and then you can use whatever tool you find to help us with some problems. The last thing that we can use that's really cool is God created our bodies with fingers. How many fingers do you have? You have 10 fingers. That means you have 10 things to count right here in front of your face that are always with you, even if you don't have counters or cubes. So we are going to get started with some math facts. So this first one, it says that I have two purple things. So maybe on your paper, you'll pause, Miss Blaine, and you'll draw two 10 frames. All right, make sure to hit play when you have your two 10 frames drawn. Pause. All right, do you have your 10 frames? Okay, so first it says I have two purple dots. So I'm gonna fill this one in. Two, you ready? 1, 2. Do you have two on your 10 frame? All right, now it says to count on by some number to get to 11. So I'm going to take my green marker. Maybe you have a different colored pencil or crayon or marker you could use to help you in your 10 frames. And I'm going to use this and I'm going to fill in my 10 frames until I get to the sum, which is 11. So we have two, so I'm going to keep counting on. Remember, that's a strategy we've learned. I have two, so this would be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Do your 10 frames match my 10 frames? All right, I have 11 dots in here. So now we're going to see how many green dots did we count on by to get to 11. So I had two purple dots and then green dots. I had 1. Can you count with me? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I added 9 more green dots in order to get 11 dots all together. Look at that. You were just able to use a tool like a pen or a marker to help you draw it out to help you with facts. Now next, this is when I want you to pause the video, go find your tool. Maybe it's erasers, maybe it's something from your kitchen, or maybe it's like Miss Blaine's shoe and you're gonna go get a shoe so that you can get some shoes so that you can figure out this problem. All right, ready? Pause. Oh, good. Hopefully by now you have all of your tools. So I have some erasers in a bin, okay? In here, in this eraser, I'm gonna count, in this bin, I'm gonna count how many erasers I have. So our problem says, Our next problem says you start at 11. So we're going to count out 11 erasers, okay? I'm going to tilt this down so you can see my erasers as I count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. All right, do you see my 11 erasers? It's kind of like I have a 10 frame here, and then I have one more, which makes 11. And then if we come back up here, our problem said we subtract 8. If we subtract, do we add more or do we take away? That's right, we take away. So I have my 11 erasers here, and we are going to throw 8 of them around the room. You ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. How many erasers am I left with? 1, 2, 3. Did you get 3? Good job. So if I have 11 and I take away 8, I'll be left with 3 more. Maybe you used a different tool, but you could still get to the same answer. Now, this last one is a number story. So it says that there are 17 rabbits. 9 rabbits hop away. How many rabbits are left? This one, we're going to use our fingers. Remember, Miss Blaine said that you have fingers, and these fingers are God's gift to us that we get to use as counters all the time. So we're going to use our fingers, and I've drawn some fingers up here so that we can help figure it out. So first it says there's 17. So I'm going to color 17 fingers green. Ready? We had 1 rabbit, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. All right, so I've colored in 17 fingers. Do you have 17 fingers on your hands? No, you only have 10 fingers on your hands. So here are 17. Then it says 19 hop away. So here's what we could do. We could erase 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. How many fingers still have rabbits counting on them? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, a whole hand, and 3 more. 5, 6, 7, 8. There are 8 leftover rabbits. Now, if we look at this sentence, there are some clue words in this that help us know that we were doing subtraction and not addition. One that I see is that they go away. If something is going away, it means they're leaving. They're going far away, so we're getting rid of them. So that would be subtraction. Another one I see is how many more? Remember, that's a tricky one. Sometimes we see the word more and it means to add, but this one, how many more? You're seeing how many are left over. And we found that there were 8 leftover rabbits. So now you have done that, and you are all such great mathematicians who can use these skills at home, whether it's drawing, using counters like erasers or shoes or forks or pillows or stuffed animals, or you could even use the fingers that you have right on your hands. So now you are going to work on the assignments on Seesaw to keep working on these math facts and keep growing in all of your skills as mathematicians. And I'll see you later.